you had a great weekend just like myself. A very, very fantastic morning, and welcome to Touchline Extra. My name is Maxwell Wasike. Remember, this is a program that comes to you every Monday and Friday at 8 a.m. Just seeking to keep you posted with the latest in sports and giving you a review of whatever happened over the weekends in regards to matter sports disciplines locally and beyond. And remember, over the weekend, mixed results, several upsets. Girona FC, a team that just got promoted to La Liga, pulled a surprise, beating the Los Blancos of Real Madrid 2-1, a result that not many people expected, especially those people who are actively involved in matters betting. They must have lost their coins. Remember, Girona is a team that has former Gor Mahia striker Michael Engineer Olunga, but yesterday he didn't play. Leicester City, on the other hand, had to inflict major woes on Everton despite parting ways with their manager Ronald Koeman. The result, positive one, didn't come either as they lost. But Man United struggled to beat Spurs on Saturday in an early kickoff fixture, 1-0 victory, courtesy of Antoine Martial. Joining me on site right now, superb duo, solid journalist, George Washington Waka, renowned sports commentator with KBC Radio Taifa, and Vincent Ooro. Glad to have you gentlemen. How have you been? Starting with you, Vinny.
My weekend has been fine. Arsenal won and it felt nice. And I'm also glad that Gor Mahia won the league last weekend, but then they didn't play this weekend. It's such a splendid feeling.
Splendid feeling.
Yeah,
I like the phrase, man.
The only disappointment was Dortmund, one of the teams that I support, and they lost. I didn't like the feeling of them losing to a very small side.
JJS, how about you? How was your weekend, man?
My weekend was cool. Despite that, story more ilikuwa ni politics.
Yeah, man. And you know, with regards to the current political situation, it's tense. But you know, sports is an alternative symbol of national unity, bringing people together.
Yeah, I always believe that when it comes to sports, we don't talk about different tribes. We always come as one and celebrate together.
How was this feeling commentating over the weekend, considering the polarized situation politically? What was the feeling from your fans, especially at the grassroots?
Wajua wanasema kwamba Simba kosa nyama
Ulanyasi.
ye ulanyasi. So I had to take it the way it came.
You had to take it. Of course, it's the Touchline Extra, hashtag Touchline Extra, and interact with us on our social media platforms. We also have an SMS line 22162, starting with the word Touchline. And of course, messaging line for WhatsApp 0700345457. Let's talk, let's engage. Your feedback, of course, is abundantly appreciated. And of course, locally, Vivian Cheriot, you know, doing magic at the Frankfurt Marathon, winning gold for Kenya after clocking 2 hours, 23 minutes and 35 seconds to better her time previously. Kenyans doing exceptionally well in athletics like we used to do, you know?
What I can say is that Kenyans have been known for doing very well in athletics, especially the marathon. When you talk about the marathon, the marathon athletics, so I have a belief that we are still going to conquer in different competitions that we are going to participate in.
Yeah. How about you? You know, amid menace of doping that has rocked the country in terms of athletics, Kenyans performing very well overseas.
It was a very good show from Vivian Cheriot and our compatriots, and I think we should work on the doping because it really spoiled our reputation, and it belittles some of our athletes. We should work on it, and we should find a ways of ending with doping. We should not allow athletes to be doping. But I like our athletes. Our athletes are doing well. Our running Kenyans, as opposed to the footballers. Our team is such a disappointment. But our Harambee Stars are bringing back the glory. We that one day Harambee Stars shall be our Harambee Stars. We shall find pride in supporting Harambee Stars other than Harambee Stars.
Now, before we delve further into matters European football, let's talk about China tournament that was earmarked to take place in Kenya early next year, starting from 12th January. Of course, remember, Confederation of African Football stripping Kenya, hosting rights, giving them to Morocco after a situation where they crisscross several parts of the nation, trying to assess our readiness and getting that maybe Kenya lacks what it takes in terms of having facilities to host the tourney. And remember, 12 teams have confirmed participation, 10 from East African region, 2 invitees, Zimbabwe and Zambia. And now, Nick Mwenda Football Kenya Federation Supremo has been, brought on board as one of the 12-member committee that will be actively involved in ensuring that the tournament in Morocco is a success. And Herbert Mwachiro was supposed to be the tournament's technical director, is also being brought on board as a member to spearhead the organization of AFCON under 17, under 20, and under 23. And now talking about CHAN, remember FKF President Nick Mwendo had indicated that Kenya, having been stripped the hosting rights and they were to qualify by the virtue of being automatic hosts, probably they will engage in playoffs. Egypt, that Morocco had beaten, to be given the mantle of hosting the championship, had withdrawn from taking part, and now it remains to be a slot that probably will be given to Zimbabwe or to Ethiopia or Rwanda. Big upset for Kenya?
No, I think for me, Egypt pulling out from the tournament shows that they were not prepared. And I think even if Kenya were given that opportunity, Kenya maybe would have rushed to go for that tournament. But Egypt has just shown the whole world, the entire Africa, that we are not ready, so we cannot participate in that tournament. Why go and maybe to Ibishe, our own country? That's the reason why they had to pull out. Let them get prepared first before they get into the tournament. And for your information, I think Egypt they have not qualified for that tournament since it was started up to now. They've been given that opportunity, but they believe we are not going there as the right competitors, so let us pull out. And I think for me, even if Kenya was given that opportunity to go and represent, to participate in that tournament, I think Kenya maybe it won't perform well. Since looking at the current situation with our Kenyan football, I think Kenya is not ready.
Vincent, do you think that's the way to go, rather than just taking part in the competition for the sake of it and casually, at the expense of delivering?
I think it was a slap in the face of CAF, even though as judges have said they were not ready. That's true. They were not ready. They may not have been ready. That's why they gave away the slot. But it was a very big slap on CAF. It showed just they don't care about CAF, and it's not only Egypt, North African countries, they really don't care about CAF. It's only us, these other sides of the continent, that we care so much about CAF, because CAF has done nothing for African football. And it was on my side, I was happy about it. It showed there are some things that are happening in the country that are not good for African football. We need to work on them. And Egypt giving away the slot, it was a good show. And also, I think giving it to either Ethiopia and Rwanda, it's a good thing. Rwanda has been a good side, even though we are above them in FIFA ranking. They're a very good side. They may go far in the tournament. I expect them to go far, and even if Ethiopia qualified, I expect Ethiopia to go far. I expect them maybe to be eliminated from the semis, or rather one of the teams to reach the finals, one of the East African teams to reach the finals, between either Rwanda and Ethiopia or Uganda. I hope that one of them shall reach the finals or the semi-finals.
I doubt if the two teams will perform, because in the first place, they have to sit together. They have to stay together and get to understand each and every player, despite that they have been performing or participating in the same league. So for me, Rwanda and Ethiopia, maybe if they are given that opportunity, they won't perform well. Maybe kubahatisha. Kama ni kubahatisha sawa, lakini game wise, looking at the teams that qualified, they've taken a lot of time kukaa pamoja, playing a lot of friendlies. Talking of Ethiopia, wamecheza friendlies ngapi? Talking of Rwanda, wamecheza friendlies ngapi?
But what you have to understand is that we always have surprises. When Cameroon won the last AFCON, their players are not played together for quite some time. They were just a makeshift team, and they came and won the AFCON. No one believed that they will win the AFCON.
But they mentally they were prepared, because they had taken time. It took time. Wakakaa pamoja, at least kidogo. But walikuwa shajua our team has already qualified.
But those sides, they say that they have regulars in their local team and also in their main team. They have regulars. They do not change sides very more often. They change players like in our side here. So those players, they know each other very well. And a team like Rwanda, they participated in the last edition, so they have the experience. They know their last mistake that they did, and they also know what they should do now.
This African Nation Championship, CHAN, in short, a tournament that's earmarked for local-based players, was supposed to take place in the country to be hosted in Kenya, but Morocco was given the mantle after Kenya failed to have what it takes in terms of facilities and readiness to host the tourney. But good riddance, Kenya will be hosting CECAFA Senior Challenge Cup starting late next month, and it's been confirmed by Sekafa Secretary General Nicholas Musonya, and they're working hand in hand with the county government. Of course, the tournament will be taking place in 3 counties: Kakamega County, Bukungu Stadium, Kisumu Stadium as well, Moi Stadium, and Afra Stadium in Nakuru County. And I'm reliably informed all those counties have put in place proper preparations to ensure that it takes place in Kenya, and it's gonna be a successful tourney. Now, let's get to European football. Judges, Man United against Tottenham Hotspurs, early kickoff Saturday. Anton Martial coming from the bench to, save the blushes for Jose Mourinho, scoring a sole goal that enabled them to pick 3 maximum points and secure their second spot on 20 team log. What do you think about that game? Of course, Jose Mourinho criticizing Man United fans for not, praising Romelu Lukaku up front, who's now played 5 matches without a goal.
I think Romelu Lukaku really tried. At one point he missed a chance. Alipiga ball header, kagonga chuma ikarudi ndani ya ground. And wengi wanaweza mcriticize, but utapata pia ukiwa Romelu Lukaku ndio mchezaji amejulikana Manchester kama mchezaji anafunga mabao. So what has happened ni kwamba kila timu ikikuja kucheza na Manchester, they make sure that's the man wanaenda kumfunga. And that's the reason why utapata Sailo amezubalia Marshall, Manchester wanapata mabao kutoka kwa players wengine. Like Romelu Lukaku kuletwa ndani. Wengi walikuwa wanajua ni Lukaku mwenye wana target kwenda kufunga mabao. And it has really assisted Manchester United. Despite that, Romelu Lukaku amekuwa akiwafungia mabao mob. Bwana pata pia kuna maplayers wengine wanakuja wanafunga mabao. Them concentrating or opponents concentrating on one player, knowing very well that Manchester United only depends on Romelu Lukaku kuwafungia mabao. That one for me, alafu bao ya Anthony Martial kuja kufunga bao kipindi cha pili. Manchester has been scoring most of the games wameshinda this season. Nafikiri wamekuwa kiua game katika dakika za mwisho za game.
What do you have to say about Saturday fixtures? All top 6 teams beating the opponents and cementing their place as far as the title race for English Premier League this season is concerned. Man United, Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea Football Club, and Leicester too. Okay, winning.
For now, I can say that the race for the Premiership is between Manchester City and some other team which I don't know.
Which team do you support?
Vincent Ooro.
I'm an Arsenal fan.
Okay.
Yeah. And talking of Romelu Lukaku, I think against Tottenham he was just unlucky. But according to my view, Romelu Lukaku is overrated. He's an overrated striker. He was scoring against teams which are minnows, and guys were so happy that he's scoring week in, week out, which is a good thing. But I used to tell guys, his time shall come. He's just scoring all his goals right now. There shall be a time when he won't be scoring. And Manchester shall have to bring Zlatan back. I'm glad that he's doing well. I'm not a Manchester fan, but I really like Zlatan. He shall have to come back to fill in the slot. But with Romelu Lukaku, I don't think shall I just have to still to rely on Martial and Rashford. Martial acting as a super sub. He's been coming on and doing and bring the changes to the side, which is a good thing. And again, to my team Arsenal, as winning 2-1 against Norwich, it was a bit. I didn't like it, by the way, because it was us who came down from a 1-0 loss, 1-0 conceding to winning the game 2-1. Okay, it was a fighting spirit, but against a smaller side like that, I didn't expect us to concede a goal. But nowadays, as we all know, that Czech has been so. He has not been that nice on goal. It was the time that Arsene Wenger thought of bringing David Ospina back to the post, because Czech, I think, age is catching up with Czech. And the new tricks, he's not learning them anymore. The goals that people can scoring against him, they are so very much easy goals. Talking of Liverpool is a good side, but nowadays they don't have their attacking prowess. They should really work on it.
And even they have some defensive laps.
Yeah, they also have some defensive laps. But I think the coach should talk to his side and try to encourage them. Maybe they're suffering from mental. They lack mental fitness to face the matches. But Tottenham is also a great team. I expect them to be in contention for the Premier League. Although I don't expect them to win it, but I expect them to be in contention of the Premier League. And also, I think that may surprise us this season is Newcastle. Not many pundits expect Newcastle to finish in the top 4, but I expect them to finish in the top 4. They may be number 3 or number 2 if you're not careful.
Sure.
Yeah, because the way they're coming, they just won the championship and no one expected. They went down and came back immediately. No one expected that. And right now they're performing in the Premier League.
And they stick to their manager,
Rafa Benitez,
alongside some few players.
Yeah, and still talking of them, they're winning matches and they didn't do any signing. Now,
Yeah.
what if they did signing? Because their manager also that you'll do signing come January. So January after beefing up the squad, Newcastle shall be a very good side. And I expect that if you are to the people who call themselves investors, you can be placing your money in Newcastle. Man City is a good side too, but Man City it's a good side attacking wise. They have a very good attacking. But defensive wise, their defense is very sluggish.
Of course, the set looks balanced, so total impartiality. And if you're outside there and you're passionate about coming on set and analyze football and defend your team, you can hook up with us through our social media platforms and even our WhatsApp SMS line 0700345457 and our SMS line 22162 starting with the word Touchline. And you can come here and interact with us and have fun with us on the set. You know, it's a new channel in town and we're just keeping it cool and easy. Georges Waka, Everton against Leicester. Everton, despite parting ways with Ronald Koeman, results are not coming their way, and having, you know, acquired the services of high-profile players, Wayne Mark Rooney, my all-time favorite, joining his boyhood club from Man United after bagging several accolades with the former, you know, Gylfi Sigurdsson. No results forthcoming.
In the first place, I don't know what's good or bad with Leicester City, because I remember last season walipo change coach wakaanza kuregister results after walikuwa wameperform vibaya. Then the same thing is happening here this season, that after wametoa coaches wambadilisha coaches, Shakespeare ameenda wakaleta coach mwingine, wameanza pia kuregister results. Unaona?
Yeah.
So I don't know kama itakuwa ni team ya kuchange coach ndio anze kuregister results. For me, I don't know what's happening with Everton. Because Everton iko na quality players, ukiangalia iko na players wazuri. It has everything that any manager anaweza wish kukua nayo kuregister results. And for me, sijaelewa kabisa the problem na Everton. Is it gelling? Is it kukaa pamoja? Ama ni motivation yenye players hawana? But at the moment, kama itakuja kushikana, Everton is one of the best teams in England. Ni maybe to sielewi.
But as we speak right now, they're in the relegation zone.
Yeah.
And they stand a huge chance of getting relegated if they continue with the series of results of losing.
I can assure you, Everton is under relegation. Everton is under relegation. It's just a matter of time. Let them sit back, try and talk, understand each other, then warudi kwa system, waanze kuin game.
Do you think it was too quick to fire Ronald Koeman and probably could have been given time?
For me, no. Kwa sababu players immediately unaanza kuregister results zenye haziridhishi, utarealize pia players wataanza kuona umse hawezi, coach ameshindwa, system zake zimerudi chini. Unaweza kuwa mzuri but system imekataa. Players now ikishaingia hivyo kwa mentality yao, game inakufa kabisa. That's what has been happening with Everton. And that's the reason why they're registering poor results. Hata Koeman angekaa pale, bado ingekuwa the same thing.
And surprisingly, Claude Puel, formerly in charge of Southampton, the Saints, after being brought on board to be the tactician of Leicester City, 2015-2016 English Premier League champions, you know, eliciting mixed reactions from social media platforms, from diehard football supporters of the team, saying that Claude Puel lacks what it takes to be in charge of the team, you know, replacing Craig Shakespeare, who, when he took over, good results. What's happening?
It's just a matter of motivation na hiyo mentality ya players, that this is a new coach, wacha tujaribu tuone. But ukiangalia vizuri results zile zenye Leicester na register saa hii, mimi ukiniuliza nitakwambia bado ni za Shakespeare, kwa sababu yeye ndiye amekuwa na hiyo team for that long. Results za the new coach bado hazijaanza kuonekana. So ni ile tu motivation. I remember one time Manchester United walipo Moyes wakamleta Giggs kushikilia. You remember the way Manchester played the following weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just the same thing. That players wanajitolea, alafu unakuwa nayo motivation, wako nao juu, wanasema let us prove ati hatukuwa pengine tuna sabotage coach.
Talking about sabotaging of coach, you know, player mutiny has been the subject of discussion with regards to several managers getting fired over a series of poor results. Claude Puel, you know, coming in charge to take over from Craig Shakespeare at Leicester. Slaven Bilic is a man who is likely to face an axe at West Ham United, despite, you know, acquiring several players. Joe Hart, Pablo Zabaleta from Manchester City up front, Chicharito, Javi Hernandez, and Marko Arnautovic from Stoke City. They are not performing very well. They are 16th on the log, and they drew over the weekend 2-2 against Crystal Palace. What's happening?
I think just the same thing that George is talking about. It's about player gelling and lacking motivation. Okay, you may be a good coach, but when you don't motivate your players, they won't perform. You see, having the case like many people do call for okay, I'll pull an example from Arsenal. Arsene Wenger is a good coach, but he's not been performing so well of late. But he motivates his players. We go to a match, we win. That's what Everton lacked with Coman, and what West Ham are lacking with Levan Village. But once they sort it out, they shall be okay. You see, they should just find a good coach who can motivate them. Or if they can't find a good coach, they'll at least find a good assistant. Assistant coaches also do wonders at clubs. We've seen them do wonders behind the scenes, with them pushing the team forward. Without the coach even, the coach just coming there to be like a ceremonial coach, but the assistant coach doing wonders. Such a thing can happen at the two sides. But firing Coman for me was not a good decision.
Was not a good decision. Georges, can we conclusively say that the English Premier League title this season is a three-horse race between Man United, their rivals, Manchester City, who are at the top of the standings, alongside Chelsea?
Why not Arsenal? What I can say is that I think the two teams from Manchester might win the league.
They stand a chance.
Yeah, they stand a chance of winning the league this season. For my brother, as usual, at position 4, but I cannot guarantee you position 4 because bado kuna Newcastle.
Tottenham Hotspur.
We still have Tottenham Hotspur.
Liverpool.
Bado tuko na Huddersfield. So
Huddersfield.
Yeah, so tutulie. Because nataka tumuulize swali moja ya kwamba ni game ngapi in the last 5 games, ni game ngapi Arsenal wameshinda bila player mmoja kutolewa kwa uwanja? Opponent kutolewa kwa uwanja, kupigwa red.
No, but if you play bad, that's the referee decision. If you don't want a player to be sent out, should have been a referee.
I just asked a simple question.
No.
Ni game ngapi
Respond to the question.
A very simple question. Ni game ngapi zenye Arsenal wamecheza wakashinda na wachezaji 11 kwa uwanja? As much as hiyo mambo ya mchezaji amecheza mbaya ama nini?
No, the question is a mockery.
So you mean for Arsenal to win?
No, the question is a mockery.
Red card.
The question is a mockery.
Hata kale ka team ka Thursday football ilikuwa inaitwa
jina zao ni ngumu hizo team za Thursday.
Sijui Craven ama something of that sort. Red card ilitoka ndio.
But Maxwell Wasike, let me ask you, if a player plays bad, what do you expect the referee to do?
Being sent off.
Being sent off. It's like when a teacher, you are an headmaster in a school and you have a rogue pupil.
So you
have
can
to send them
yourself,
home.
You can
tolerating in discipline.
Yeah, you can't tolerate in discipline.
You can rate yourself.
But the setting off has to be justified.
Yeah, but they were justified. Have you heard of any side appealing? Has any side appealed the sending off?
There's no problem. Sijakataa kama ati kuna makosa mchezaji kutumwa nje ama nini. But my problem ni utapata Arsenal wamekuwa kipiga bao ya mwisho mara mingi ama the winning goal. Sasa ile mchezaji mmoja amekuwa send off kutoka kwa uwanja. In the last 5 games, I think 2 or 3 games imekuwa hivyo.
Ndio sikatai. Ndio maana nisema Arsenal has got mental problems right now.
Then tumekuja criticize Lukaku. Tukasema Lukaku maybe alikuwa anafunga timu kubwa.
Timu ndogo.
Timu ndogo. Timu kubwa imefika ameshindwa kufunga.
Ndio.
What about Sanchez? How has he been performing this season?
No,
yet Wenger overrated.
Sanchez just staging a mutiny. He wants to leave, and Wenger denied him the chance to leave. So he just wants to leave. That's why he's underperforming.
I believe pia mchezaji wana season yake.
Yeah.
Kuna time ile unakuwa uko juu, kuna time unaweza kuwa uko chini. Unajiuliza Lukaku mwenyewe hajafunga ndio kwa hizo games zenye zimepita, but amepiga ball shot on target yenye imemtatiza goalkeeper mara ngapi?
Now, away from that, let's proceed to some UEFA Champions League football action. Of course, fixtures resuming tomorrow and on Wednesday. Several matches lined up and several teams are set to play. Atletico Madrid against Karabakh, and your fixtures are on your screens. Atletico Madrid vs Karabakh, Basel against CSKA Moscow, Celtic taking on Bayern Munich, Man United against Benfica, Olympiacos taking on and playing host to Barcelona. Then Paris Saint-Germain, the French moneybags, playing Anderlecht Roma against Chelsea, and Juventus also playing against Sporting Lisbon. What's the standout fixture as far as tomorrow is concerned?
I think for me, depending on the last games that were played, there's no simple team to win, and I think the games that are going to be played tomorrow, because I remember last week Atletico Madrid, Karabag.
Yeah.
Everyone thought that it was a walkover for Atletico Madrid, but ilitokea hiyo game ikakuwa tough sana kwa Atletico Madrid. Manchester United pia game yao ikawa ni ngumu. So ni results zenye hatuwezi tukapredict for now.
Which match are you going to comment it?
I'll be doing Manchester United match.
Man United.
It had to be Man United.
Hopefully not because of
But
partiality.
it's not on Thursday. It's not on Thursday. It's not on Thursday. I would have commentated.
Let me. But you guys talk of Thursday each and every time. As if we've been there for all the ages. You guys are the master. You know Thursday so well.
It's the talk at the moment.
No, but
so
I can tell you so well. I can tell you so well. You talked of Manchester United maybe being in contention for the league. Manchester United come next season. They shall be playing on Thursday. I can tell you that for free. You can take that one to the bank. Shall be given a loan. Manchester come next season. Ni Thursday. Mnarudi penye mmetoka.
Manchester United playing on Thursday. Then there's a team that maybe itakuwa inacheza katikati ya wiki.
And another fixture that has to be keenly watched on Wednesday is Spurs against Madrid. Remember during the first leg, Spurs almost pulled a surprise against Madrid after Harry Kane scored. And Spurs had to score a consolation in the dying minutes to equalize.
I think.
What do you think?
It has taken
clash?
long for Real Madrid to get back to their foot because the way they have been playing, I think hawachezi poa. Real Madrid si ile Real Madrid tulikuwa tunajua. Ile kustrain ya last season maybe ndio imewaathiri pakubwa in that kuregister results imekuwa ni ngumu sana. Walikuwa fit form last season. Mwana wakishukua Champions League, wakaweza kuchukua ligi nyumbani. Hiyo ndio kitu nafikiri ile kustrain sana, kujituma zaidi, wakatoka pale wakaenda hiyo club championship, wakatoka huko. The same players ndio wamerudi waanza kucheza kwa ligi. For me, these guys are tired. Lazima wachukue muda before waanze kurudi. And Spurs might win tomorrow's match.
Talking on that, I expect Spurs to win tomorrow's match. Madrid playing yesterday, they were really stretched by Girona, and Spurs playing against Manchester United, they were not doing their normal runs. And watching that match, I was really wondering, is this the same Spurs that I know of? They're not doing that so many runs. But came to think of it, I thought of it that maybe it's because they have a match against Real Madrid, so they don't want to tire themselves. So maybe they could have lost, but I expect them to beat Real Madrid by a very good margin, to be frank. Maybe a 1-0 or a 2-0, but I expect them to win. But Real Madrid winning that match, Real Madrid against English sides, they have not been performing well against English sides.
And now talking about Madrid against Girona yesterday, a surprise. Girona, a team that has Michael Engineer Olunga, former Gor Mahia striker, causing a big upset. Not so many people looked forward to that particular outcome of that match, beating them by 2-1. You placed a bet?
No, I don't bet.
Why? You look like you bet, man.
No, I don't bet. I quit betting sometimes back. It's not a good thing to do. But to those who are betting, you can just go on betting.
It's addictive.
It's addictive, to be frank. But pulling a surprise against Real Madrid, that was, I didn't expect that one, to be frank. I expected maybe the Real Madrid to equalize Sergio Ramos to do what he normally does at the dying moments, but it didn't work out. But right now in La Liga, Catalonia sides are performing well. I don't know if it's what's motivating them to do so well in the La Liga.
Maybe is it because of the revolt that is going on?
Maybe they want to move away. That's why they're telling the other sides from Spain.
Barcelona, Espanyol, and Girona.
Yeah, they're doing so well right now in La Liga. They're pulling surprises. But Girona beating Real Madrid, it was a good show, and also Barcelona also winning 3-0. It was a good thing. I was really happy about them. I really hate Real Madrid. So them to losing to me was a good thing.
Judges Waka, we finally wind up. Maybe Michael Engineer Lunga could even have made it to the bench as he witnesses his team beat Madrid, who was not on the bench either.
And the first thing, you must understand that our Catalonia wani racist wabaya sana. That's the first thing enough to understand. So as much as Michael Olunga anacheza kwa hiyo league, huenda pengine anaweza kosa nafasi ya kucheza kwa hiyo team kabisa. Kwa sababu utapata, I'll give you an example ya mchezaji kama Yaya Toure alipokuwa Barcelona. reasons to why alitolewa huko uwezi ukasema. So unapata hiyo racism ya huko ndio itafanya maybe Michael Olunga akakosa kushirikishwa kwa kile kikosi. He's a good player. He's capable of scoring goals for that team, but huenda maybe atakosa opportunity kutokana na wale wanajiita wa Catalunya. Kutokana na hiyo ni dhana wa Catalunya kwamba kuna mtu mwenye akitoka katika jamii zingine inakuwa ni vigumu kuweza kuonekana, hususan mweusi.
We're gonna wrap it on that particular note. It's been Touchline Extra happening on Y254. My name is Maxwell Wasike. Remember, it's a program that comes to you every Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. Let's do this again next Friday, same time, same place. But culmination, big show that you don't wanna miss. Touchline every Saturday, 12 to 2. Delving much into sports as it happens. Plenty of amazing segments and, you know, high-profile guests who are so much conversant with matter sports, not only in Kenya, but even overseas. Let's continue the conversation on our social media platforms at Wasike Maxwell, at Touchline Y254, Facebook page, The Touchline. Keep your contributions coming. Let's continue chatting. What do you make of tomorrow's fixture as far as UEFA Champions League football is concerned? Keep your predictions coming, and probably if you happen to predict correctly, you can win an award courtesy of myself. It's been a pleasure having you on board. Enjoy the rest of your viewing. Peace.